Well, that's interesting. Alright, so it's obviously a few days later now. I did not get this video up before the live stream. I'll get it up before the next one. I shouldn't have said anything. You wouldn't know which live stream I was talking about. Okay, so it didn't make it out to the Harley event because rain, lots of it, and tornadoes. I gotta stop for gas. So let's stop for gas. Well, that was kind of strange. Turned my camera on. I don't know if you guys even got to see that part, but turned the camera on, the whole screen faded to purple after about a minute of me yapping my mouth, and then it died. So changed batteries with this one. Apparently it died. What's weird is I just put a battery in both cameras not quite 2 days ago. Haven't used them since then, so I guess I left the cameras on, because this one is down to, which was that one, that battery is down to 58% now, and then that one died. So that's not something I usually do. I'm usually pretty good at shutting off the cameras. Actually, I'm great at it. I'm totally great at it. So I don't know if they got an audio cue. I know I restarted the computer, and when I had them plugged in, maybe I left them on after I downloaded them. Maybe, I don't know, man. Either way, all right, round 5 for spring, trying to get a foothold. Every time it warms up, and I think spring's here, cools off like a minute later. It's warm for like 3 or 4 days, and then it gets back down to the 30s. So yep, yesterday, it's Tuesday now. Monday, yesterday morning, it was like 34 degrees after being like in the almost 80s all weekend. And then I think Friday night there was a big storm, but it still was warm. So I had one of them warm weather thunder smashers. Anyway, had one day cold. It's a little chilly now. It's 57, which everything is still wet because it's been raining. So it's not perfect weather, but it's not ride the Harley work weather yet. And I'm gonna catch every light on the way home. To compound that, as you just saw, Friday when I was coming home on the bike, I was low on gas, and I was like, man, I can go out Saturday and get gas. But then, of course, it rained Friday and Saturday, so that didn't happen. And then Sunday, obviously, you just get lazy on Sunday, and I didn't go out and get gas then. And then I'm left with this morning going to work, and my light gauge is on for the bike. So I was like, well, I'm either stopping to get it now, or I'm stopping halfway to work without a gas station around. So went ahead and stopped and got gas. That's how things roll. But anyway, hey, welcome back to the channel. We're halfway through the video, I guess. Maybe. I'm not sure how this turns out. This might turn out to be a 5-minute video. It might turn out to be a 30-minute video. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. Everything's in the air here. That's how I roll. Keep you in suspense. We had a good live stream Saturday night. We talked about upcoming trips, things we want to plan. We talked about camping, things to take on the trip. If you missed it, go back and watch it. It's relatively short for one of my videos. I think it was only an hour and a half long, which for one of my lives, you've seen some of my lives from the past. They run on sometimes because we start talking about things that's, no, I mean, you're talking to your friends. This ain't like interviewing, the senator about the price of grain and wheat and pork bellies. This is all your friends coming together to talk about things that you're all excited in. So some of these last a pretty long time. Saturday night we had Lindsay on, and I had Gmon rides. So Lindsay, if you don't know, is half of Throttle something. Why can I never remember it? Oh, I know, because it's like 5:30 in the morning. That's why I can't remember. One Throttle. There we go. Sorry, Lindsay. And Crystal. Crystal obviously being the other half of One Throttle. Alright, so today I should be getting my Indy Ridge gloves in, the new ones. I won't talk about them yet. Maybe we'll do an unboxing. But I'm excited to have them. When I first got with Indy Ridge, you know, they had some boots and they had some gloves. And thinking back now over just the last few years, they've introduced a whole lot of new boots, a whole lot of new gloves. When I got there, I think they had the gauntlets and they had the golden gloves, and they had one other kind. They hadn't got the they had the denims. They had the blue denim and black leathers, and they had the blue denim with brown leathers, and then they went to a black denim. So now they have come forth and they have put the golden glove, which was my favorite fitting glove because it was very soft and completely leather, but also kind of light, and now they've made that glove black. The boots, they have a lot of different styles now. They've got they've stepped into composite soles, putting not just black soles anymore, boys and girls. Nope, they've got all kinds of soles. And before it was the sole was dependent, the color of the sole was dependent on the boot you got, but now you get any sole on any boot. And boy, you talk about some Lego shit, man, mix and match. And I love them, dude. I love the good comfortable. Now they have perforated leathers for the boots, so now they're good for the summer. They keep your feet nice and dry. Also cool. Even the perforated boots are pretty good in the rain. Ask me how I know. Look at the name if you forgot. But dude, this absolutely fantastic products from Indy Ridge. I encourage you to try them out. Everyone that has, love them. If you've never worn a full leather boot, though, it'll take a little bit of getting used to, but not as much time as a regular leather boot would. They break in almost completely within a couple of days, and then they just get softer and more comfortable as you wear them. I have worn the crap out of these. I've had a few wrecks in them, and they have, because I don't know, when I say a few wrecks, I'm talking about, you know, you never want to wreck, but when you do, you want the gear that's going to save you. It doesn't have to be a little bit safe. You want the gear that's going to not have you have your foot amputated. And I've got a few friends that can tell you these boots will protect your feet. The gloves will protect your hands, and they're worth the money, and they're still cost less than a lot of the, I hate to say name brand, because Indy Ridge is a name brand now. Boy, they've grown. I'm telling you, man, when I got with this company, it wasn't small, but man, they came out swinging and took on the big boys, and now they are a big boy. They're a big kid on the block, and they're, you know, we're getting invited to a lot of rides and events, and a lot of showcase events, and it's just wonderful. Okay, I'll get off the Indy Ridge soapbox now for a while. I'll probably end up back on it, but obviously that's how I roll. Alright, it's a little chilly. I gotta call the Billion because, you know, I'm on the way to work. She wants to know that I made it through the worst part of the traffic, and so let me call her. I'll get back with you guys later. Alright, unexpected trip. Gotta run down to Home Depot, pick up some parts for work. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. If the maintenance guy wants me to take the motorcycle, go get some parts, well, I'm gonna. I mean, I've rode for worse excuses. Gotta keep my plant running, right? You believe that? Am I selling it? funny how quickly traffic can change, because like I drove in 3 hours ago to work and there was no traffic. Go figure, no traffic at 5:30 in the morning. Who knew? And now I have this. Go LFG. Which means live for glory, by the way. Or live for God. Live for Gouda. Nope. Well, it's going to turn out to be a pretty nice day. I hope it lasts this week. At least one day this week I want to be able to ride the Harley to work. It feels neglected. Just put a brand new battery on it. It runs freaking great. It's a beautiful bike. And every time I plan on riding it, it rains or it gets down to 30 degrees. I've rode that bike in 30 degrees before. That was my last time the BMW went down. That was my winter bike. I got some heated grips for it. Bundled up like an Eskimo. And rode it down to like 25 degrees. And I was working much further away from home than I am now. It was a 45-hour drive when I was taking the Harley to work. When I was working at the other place. But now I'm down to like a 20-minute trip. So there's really no excuse to not take the Harley except for that it's cold and I don't have to. I got this one. I think that's a good excuse. I don't want to. That's a good excuse as any, right? Well, this never happens. I still need to get the oil change in this thing. Although I'm still good for probably 1,000 miles, but it's been, geez, 6 months since I've changed oil in it. So I think I should just do it. I should just change it. No, I'm on 9 months. 9 months. Which usually I'm changing the oil in this thing about every 3 months because I'm putting miles on it. I'm going to Home Depot and I keep wanting to go to Lowe's because Lowe's usually has more stuff. You know what? I'm gonna go to Lowe's first anyway. Might as well, right? My responsible side is telling me I need to get to Home Depot or Lowe's, get what I need, and get back to work and be responsible. My childish adolescent side is telling me I've got a chance to ride a motorcycle during working hours. I should take the long way around, but I'm not gonna because I'm responsible. I have a very responsible and authoritative position at work, and I'd like to keep it. I'd also like to keep getting paid. So I'll do that instead. It is still hard for me sometimes to look at all this and think when I moved here, where the Chick-fil-A is, where all the restaurants are over there, all of that was dirt. It was open field. And soon all that will be restaurants and there you go, up a little further. Yep, so where this bridge is, the bridge back there was the same way. Nothing on the other side, and now all of a sudden it's just packed with commerce. Alright, I'm gonna go be a responsible adult and go get parts, do work stuff. I'll be back. So not like I'm gonna complain about this in anyway, but got a call while I was here and I gotta go into Memphis and pick up something else. So that means riding the motorcycle just a little bit longer. Let's take another trip. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been working really hard for work lately, and I think they just took some pity on me and figured they'd just let me run errands all day on the motorcycle. That's what I'm gonna tell myself that anyway. Always be grateful for the things, the opportunities that you're given. and I have an opportunity to ride a motorcycle to work. I am definitely gonna take it. So it's dude, it's a beautiful day. It's like 60 degrees in Memphis, sunny. All the clouds in the sky are just, you know, the chemical trails that the government's trying to use to subdue us. So yeah, that's fine by me. I'm gonna go ride in some chemical subduction. So I just want you guys to notice how fast we're in this beautiful roads right now in Mississippi, and we're about to cross over into Tennessee. I just want you to see how quickly the roads go to crap. This is not my favorite road to ride into Memphis. It seems like they've always been under construction. Not on this side, on that side. I've lived in this part of Mississippi now since 2011, so 12 years. And 14 years. How quickly your mind goes when you get old. But yeah, so from that red light up there on, it's been under construction since I've moved here, and it seemed like they've never finished. Again, it's, you know, the state money, you know, laundering money. Well, in this case, I guess it's Memphis laundering money. Working on the same jobs over and over and over. But the brown roads, now the grayish brown roads. And then right into construction. Alright, we're getting off on Tuggle. Yep, it changed quick. Nice roads, nice farm roads, trees, lovely things, and then we're into this. Not my favorite. Okay, let me go get some parts. I will check in with you guys later. I may not have mentioned it lately. I really like this bike, although I'm thinking on trading it in. So any of you who haven't seen yet, I'm actually thinking about trading this in for the R18 Transamerica. Transcontinental? Transcontinental. Grand America, Transamerica, it's a thing. Somebody else makes the Transamerica. That's the Harley thing. Not quite the same thing. I'm the only one taking a left here. It looks kind of foreboding. I always wonder about those things. Yep, yeah, I'm giving you the room, buddy. I'm giving you all the room. So if you guys ever come through this is 78 into Memphis out of Mississippi. It's a very popular corridor for people coming up from Florida and Georgia, Alabama. When you pass through this area, there's a very distinct smell. It smells like the dumpster behind your high school cafeteria. And the reason that is right over there is the dump. The landfill. Let's call it the politically correct term, the landfill for the Memphis area. And all the trash goes there, like 98%. The rest gets burned in somebody's backyard. But yeah, you'll smell the rotten food, rotten trash type area here. And yep, still there. Still there. And that's what that is. So if you ride through the area, you're not smelling Memphis, you're just smelling all of Memphis's trash. Just like if you went on President's Island, it sounds like a rotten fart. You're not smelling Memphis, you're smelling Memphis's sewage plant. Let me get around this guy. He seems to be a little, probably on his phone. You know how them people are. Head check. And of course, once you pass somebody on a motorcycle, they've got to get irate. You think it's a competition? It's not a competition, it's just me being faster than you. Don't take it personally. And here we see more of Memphis's decrepit buildings and
such. Well, I enjoyed this opportunity to be able to ride around with you guys and show you Memphis, which isn't my hometown, but this is where I hang around a lot because, well, I work here, I shop here, I know people here, a lot of businesses are here. It's not as bad as people say. There's bad parts of Memphis, and most of those are like right next to the highway because, you know, that's, you know, commerce for the devil is on the highways, and get away from the highways and things aren't so bad. So remember that when you're going around and looking at places to stay when you're traveling. If the further you get away from the highway, the less crime there is. Here's a very famous hub. It was on Castaway. This is the FedEx hub in Memphis. It is the largest FedEx hub in the world, I believe. Everything goes through here. There may be some comparably large ones, but this is the apparently home of FedEx is in Memphis, because that's where we lived when we watched Castaway, and I can tell you where all those streets are, most of them. Let's run it. Fuck it. Hey, it's still green. Cool. And somebody's from one of the directions. Well, there's a different smell. Jet fuel. Brings back memories. Brings memories back from being on the ship and being down in Miramar and watching fighters launch. Speak of the devil, there's a big one right there. Can you see her? Can you see that big bitch? That's full of presents for somebody. And then for other people, it's full of Amazon shit. Hey, that might be where my Indie Ridge gloves are. They might be coming in today. Imagine. We're underneath a giant jet right now. Ain't that cool? And then, of course, there's the rest of the Memphis airport for people. The people part of the airport. And, of course, I need to get over right there. Of course I do. Why would I not? Crazy. I'll make a U-turn if I have to. One thing I have decided a long time ago, if you miss your turn, just suck it up. Make a U-turn. Don't try to cut across and hurt people and get in people's way. Hurt yourself. Cause an accident. Unless an opportunity, you know, raises for me to get over, and then, you know, I will. But I think I'll be making a U-turn. Unless I can get in front of this guy, which apparently I can. He must have known I needed to get over. What a nice guy. And now we're getting into the parts of Memphis that I don't go to. I mean, I will now, I guess, because, well, so this part of Memphis is obviously where the trucks are, the moto hubs, but it's also part of the neighborhood where there's strip bars and sketchy places. Let's call them sketchy places because they are. And then gas stations. So you keep going this way, you end up on Elvis Presley Boulevard, and that's not, contrary to the name, Elvis Presley Boulevard is actually kind of a scrub area. You don't want to go there. Alright, I gotta pick up parts. I will catch you dudes later. Alright, parts acquired. We're heading back to work now. Not under duress, we're just, you know, I don't mind. I got to get out. Gotta enjoy it. Appreciate it. Appreciate the chance to actually be able to get out and ride a motorcycle in the middle of the workday. This ain't too bad. It is turning out to be a beautiful, gorgeous day. I can't stress that enough. So tomorrow might be a Harley day. Let's see. Unless I wake up and it's 30 degrees again. Then maybe not. Don't forget, coming up April 25th, I have got the Natchez Chase ride coming up. It's going to start in South Haven, Mississippi at the Southern Thunder Harley Davidson. I plan on being there about 10 o'clock, leaving about 10 o'clock, probably being there a little earlier. Maybe we'll have lunch at the Sidecar Cafe. It's a 4-hour ride down, so imagine we'll probably take about 6 hours to actually get down there, because we're going to stop for gas and food and pictures, and this is definitely a trip I'm going to take lots of pictures and take lots of breaks, which might mean I might be able to take the Harley, unless somebody comes up and to visit and I loan the Harley to somebody else, and then I'll take this one. But still, it could be an enjoyable trip. I may even have the R18 by then. You never know. You never know. Well, you definitely don't know. I might know. I don't know. Things happen. What can you say? I did have a chance to go to work at that Dr. Bimmer, which is a BMW repair place. But they work on commission, and they were telling me I'd make a buttload of money there, but never trust a commission job. Commission jobs are very dependent on, well, you, obviously. So I didn't want to take the chance and not be able to support my family and my hobbies and my motorcycle habit. So I passed on it, because there's a lot to be said for having a stable job. And you give up a lot of things to have a stable job, like having a fun job, being able to do things that you normally wouldn't be able to do. I mean, I would love to get a traveling job and work for MMA and work for a motorcycle dealer somewhere, or a repair shop. But realistically, I'm good at what I do, and I can make more money doing what I do. So here I am, doing maintenance in an industrial environment because I'm good at it, and it pays pretty well. So there's that. One day when I get a steady retirement coming in, then I might break into just doing videos and commercials and YouTube stuff and interviews, but you know, at this point it's just more feasible to work a job. So I guess I should probably get back to work now. If you guys have plans for the spring and summer and fall rides and places to go, and even if you're just going to drive there, comment down below, tell me what you're excited for this year. Oh, also, don't forget, down below this video, you'll see a bunch of t-shirts and mugs and coffee cups and sweaters and all kinds of weird stuff in about 6-7 different designs. So pick through there, find you a really cool shirt or something, and you know, this, I can't stress enough, this channel does not pay for itself. And a little bit of money can go a long way if you support my endeavors to keep the channel on the air, because man, cameras cost money, the editing software costs money, and I'd at least just like to break even. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Alright guys, see you next time. Bye. Did I mention I'm getting paid to ride my motorcycle today? I just thought I'd throw that in there. Now go have a nice day.